happy holidays. So today we're gonna be preparing some Thanksgiving meal prep ideas, or let's just say holiday meal prep ideas. And also I'm going to be sharing some Tablescape ideas, especially if you're having guests over, if you're hosting your family this year. Definitely stay tuned because I've got you, sis. For this year, I decided we're going to be starting with some baking because those are so easy, and I'm going to link all the ingredients and measurements in my description box, so try and check that out. We're going to be making some buttery dinner rolls, and of course I have my water, milk, melted butter, and also I'm going to add some sugar. I'm going to add a pinch of salt, and then we're just going to mix everything together, add it in our microwave because we need it to be a little bit warm. I'm going to warm this up for like 1 minute, and then when I return it, I'm gonna add my yeast. You guys know when it comes to rolls, yeast are very, very necessary, and this mixture right here is kind of warm. Once I go ahead and mix it up, I'm gonna cover the mixture, because you need to activate the yeast. And once I do that, guys, I go ahead and open it up, and then I'm just gonna whisk it a little. And when you open it up, you're gonna notice that it's already fermented, right? It's already kind of a little bit foamy. Then I'm gonna now go ahead and just add my flour, and then once you add the flour, you will notice that it's going to be so difficult for you to whisk by hand. So if you have the strength, you can continue whisking by hand, but because I have my mixer, I'm just gonna go ahead and add this dough in my mixer. The mixer makes it so much easier for you to go ahead and just blend everything, because when we're talking about rolls, you need it to be like flawless. You need it to be very, very soft and buttery. So that is basically what I'm doing here. And if you notice your dough is kind of a little bit too wet, you can go ahead and just sprinkle a little bit of flour inside it, and this will help solidify it and make it very, very less oily or less wet, if what I'm saying makes sense. And then over here, I'm going to sprinkle my baking dish, and as you all can see, this is so easy. And then I will just start rolling my rolls, guys. I'm going to start making it like kind of forming a ball with it. And with these measurements, I have about 17 different rolls, and you guys, I'm trying as much as possible not to say oh my gosh, because I notice I say it a lot, so of course, you guys, like I promise you, this rolls taste so good. It's so delicious. It's homemade, then of course I'm just gonna go ahead and cover it up, because you need this to rise. Like this is gonna double in size by the time we are all done. So while we're waiting for the rolls to kind of rise, I'm going to start off with my creamy cornbread. And this cornbread, oh my gosh, guys, you need to try this recipe. If there is nothing you take out from this video, try this recipe. And all you need is some melted butter, eggs, buttermilk. I'm using Trader Joe's cornbread mix, but of course you can go ahead and mix your own dry ingredients, just flour, baking powder. I'm definitely going to list everything in my description box, but since I have my Trader Joe's cornbread mix and hubby loves it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. And as you all can see, I'm adding my sugar. I just added some melted butter and also egg, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my buttermilk. You guys, you definitely need to try out this recipe, because hey, it tastes so good. And I'm gonna just go ahead and mix everything together, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pour the cornbread mix into this mixture right here. And all you basically just need to do is just go ahead and keep whisking. Like while you're whisking it, you just go ahead and be adding the cornbread mix, and then you can now concentrate and really whisk it. And you guys, I'm so sorry, for some reason I don't know what happened, but like my video, like the beginning part of the video was just too bright for my liking, but I tried as much as possible to like correct it during post-production. But yeah, over here I just added some melted butter on my baking tray. And when it comes to cornbread, guys, it always requires a lot of oil on the baking tray. So once I did that, I tossed my baking tray inside the oven for like 5 to like 5 minutes, so that way the butter can really melt, as you all can see. And then over here I'm gonna go ahead and add the dough into the tray. You guys, I'm going to share my secret ingredients when it comes to cornbread, and we love using this butterscotch mussels, guys. Hubby actually picked this up one time and we added it to our cornbread, and permit me to use, oh my gosh, guys, like, oh my gosh, this recipe, hey, you guys, you really need to try it out. Just adding those mussels, you know, on top of your cornbread, and then by now, as you all can see, the dinner roll is ready. It's already doubled in size, and we're just gonna go ahead and toss everything into the oven. I decided to just, you know, put everything together since they all require 350 baking. So I was like, why waste it? You know, I just added the cornbread and also the rolls together, and by the time these were done, my whole house was already smelling very festive, guys. And here we are, you guys. Dinner rolls is ready, and also the cornbread. I was trying to wait out for the cornbread, and as you all can see, just a little thing, that dinner roll would have been burnt. But anyways, I'm just so happy with the way everything turned out. This is the cornbread. Oh, tastes so good. And also the dinner roll, very creamy, very buttery. And then once the baking is out of the way, we're then gonna move on to the main dish. And for my chicken, I already washed my chicken. I used my lemon, my vinegar. I washed it very well. And over here, I'm mixing up all my spices. I love using thyme, adobo, chicken stock. I love using paprika, onion powder, ginger powder, different spices, guys. It all depends on what spice you love using to bake or to cook. Of course, we're going to be baking this chicken, so of course, as you all saw, I just went ahead and also sprinkled some olive oil on the chicken because I like my chicken to be as if I fried it. That is the reason, especially when you're baking chicken, you want it to also appear as if it's fried. That's the only reason I sprayed some olive oil on the chicken. And then over here, as you all can see, I'm going ahead to just massage the whole spices into the chicken. I did it on the other side, and then over here I flipped everything over, so that way I'm sure all the spices got into the chicken. And you guys, I would have done this before, like while I was washing the chicken, but I forgot. So once I was done marinating and adding up all the spices, massaging it into the chicken, I also went ahead and used my knife to kind of cut through, especially those chicken drumsticks. I used my knife to cut through them because this will help make the spices and the ingredients penetrate right into the chicken. I hate it when I'm eating chicken and like one part of the chicken, like the outside is so yummy and spicy, and then the inside is not. I love everything to be very yummy. So once I'm done with that, I went ahead and covered the chicken. We're gonna let it marinate for at least 30 minutes to an hour. If you don't have, like, if you have a lot of time, you can just leave it in your refrigerator overnight. That will make sure all the ingredients really penetrates into the chicken. Honestly, as an African woman, or should I say as a Nigerian, what is the holiday season without some jollof rice, guys? So we're going to be making a very nice, spicy, delicious, red looking jollof rice, guys. So of course, I'm going to go ahead and cut up my onion, my pepper, my tomatoes. You guys, I love using some fresh tomatoes and also some tomato paste. The tomato paste actually helps a lot with giving your jollof rice that very nice red, look. And of course, I went ahead and blended my, my tomato, pepper and everything. And then over here, I'm going ahead to add my chicken into the oven. This is 1 hour after. And once that is inside the oven, I'm going ahead to make my stew, my sauce for the jollof rice. And as you all can see also, I went ahead and dried out the water from the tomato, pepper and onion. And once I was done with that, I went ahead now and added my tomato paste. Like I said, the tomato paste actually helps a lot. It adds, that very nice color to the jollof rice. And personally, I love frying my stew like this, because sometimes I know people start with oil, onion, and then they add the tomato. But since I already have my tomato in a pot, I don't want to waste another pot, so I just went ahead and added my oil, and then I added my onion. And as you all can see, I'm going to fry this for like 5 to maybe 7 minutes. The reason I love to dry out the water from my tomato first is so that way it's going to be just so easy for me to just make my stew or my sauce for my jollof rice. It makes it so much easier. And by now my chicken is, I would say this is 30 minutes after. The chicken is already looking so good. I just brought it out to make sure I sprinkle all the sauce into the chicken. And also I had parboiled some meat, aside, and I just went ahead and added the meat and the meat stock inside the sauce or the stew. And right here I'm going ahead to spice up my stew. I added some curry powder, some ginger powder, some bay leaf, pepper, all the ingredients or all the spices you love to use. This is the time to add up everything. You want to also go ahead and taste it to make sure it tastes good. If it doesn't, you can just go ahead and add up more spices, because jollof rice is all about your spice. It's all about making sure everything is proper and adequate. And once I went ahead and did that, as you all can see, I just added a little bit of water, and now I just mixed the rice and everything together. You want to make sure that you don't add a lot of water if you don't want your jollof rice to come out too soaked up. I love my jollof rice to be very separated. I don't like it all congealed up. So once our jollof rice is doing its thing on top of the stove, we're going to go ahead and make some delicious Nigerian salad. And for this, you need some carrots, cucumber, green beans, tomato, green pepper. I'm just going to go ahead and cut up everything. And also we need some tinned veggies like some peas, some sweet corn, baked beans, boiled egg, as you all can see. And also for my salad, I love to go ahead and kind of boil my carrots a little bit, my green beans, and also my green pepper, so that way it's not too raw. I don't like my salad to be too raw. And as you all can see, all I did was to go ahead and start adding up the ingredients, and by the time I was done, my salad is ready to go. And salad goes so well with jollof rice. That's the reason I have my jollof rice and also my salad. And then you top it off with some baked chicken. Honestly guys, this right here, like the color, I love salad. Just apart from it being so delicious, I also love the color. Just look at how colorful that is. And also, of course, topping off the salad with your egg. Oh my gosh, it makes it look so good. And you guys, if you've never tried Nigerian salad, this is your reminder to try it, because it's amazing. It tastes so good. Look at that. Alright you guys, so my next recipe is a very nice delicious creamy mashed potato, and over here I'm going to be cutting my roasted potato. You can actually make your mashed potato with some roasted potato, or you can use some Yukon potatoes. Those are the best when it comes to your mashed potatoes. I'm just going to cut them into small portions. And also over here I'm going ahead to break down my garlic. Garlic gives your mashed potato that very nice delicious taste. So I'm just going to go ahead and add up my garlic inside the already cut and sliced potatoes, and then I'm going to add water, and then I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Salt, of course, is going to give it that very nice taste. And I'm going to cover it and boil this up for about 10 minutes or 12 minutes until it's very tender. As you all can see, this right here is so easy to go ahead and mash. You want to boil it that that it gets to a point where it's just so soft, but you don't want it to soak up a lot of water, because that is just going to make your mashed potato not to be creamy. And then over here, as you all can see, I went ahead and mixed my butter and also my milk. I just tossed my butter and milk inside the microwave, warmed it up for like 1 minute, and then I'm just going to go ahead and, I went ahead and added the butter and milk. And then over here, I'm sprinkling some black pepper, and also I'm going to go ahead and add some seasoned salt. And you guys, that is basically all your mashed potato needs. And look at this. Look how creamy. Look, just look at how creamy that mashed potato is. And of course, once the mashed potato is ready, we're going to go ahead and make our delicious, creamy, cheesy broccoli, guys. And of course, I have my broccoli bunch, and you want to just go ahead and cut everything off. You want to separate the broccoli from the bunch, as you all can see. And if there's any broccoli that kind of comes really huge, you can just go ahead and cut it so that everything can be the same size. And I'm just going to go ahead and toss it into my bowl. Make sure you wash it. I love to wash my broccoli with some salt, add it up into my steamer. And as you all can see, I just added the steamer into the pot. And I also love to sprinkle some seasoned salt and also some black pepper. Cover it up for maybe 2 to 5 minutes, or you don't want it to be too tender, because we're still going to add our cheese and make the cheese broccoli. And of course, you guys can see Ace's hand helping me here. But yeah, for the cheese, I'm using some mild cheddar cheese and also some Parmesan cheese. I actually don't have a specific measurement for this, guys. I just kind of grate a little bit of the Parmesan cheese, and also, as you all can see, that's I would say maybe a handful of the Parmesan cheese and also the cheddar cheese. And once my broccoli is done, I'm just going to remove it from the steaming basket, and then in a pot, I'm going to add butter. Make sure the butter is melted. I'm going to add a tablespoon of flour. The flour is going to add it's going to act as a thickener, for the sauce. And as you all can see, I usually just fry the flour for just 2 to 3 minutes, so that way you can remove that floury taste, from the sauce. And once that is done, I'm then gonna go ahead and add my milk. Like, guys, ever since I started making my broccoli this way, broccoli is so enjoyable in my home right now, honestly. So I just went ahead and added my milk. And once the milk is in there, you can then go ahead and just spice up. You can add your pepper, you can add your seasoned salt, you can add your adobo seasoning, you can add your chicken stock, whatever it is you want to use as a seasoning. As you all can see, also I switched my spoon from the spoon to kind of a whisker, and then I went ahead and added my cheese, my Parmesan, and also my cheddar cheese, and just go ahead and mix everything together. And just like, if you want to see how this tastes, guys, just take a little bit and taste it, and it tastes so good. And once I'm done with that, all you basically just need to do is to go ahead and sprinkle your cheese on top, your cheese sauce or whatever you want to call it. You just sprinkle it on your broccoli, and then cover it to steam for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and that is basically it. By the time I was done, guys, my whole body was aching. It took me around, I would say, 16 to 17 hours to make up these dishes, guys, but I'm just so proud of myself. Please kindly hit that like button below if you're enjoying this video. And then the next day, we're gonna go ahead and set up, and get our tablescape ready for our families, for our visitors. And as you all can see, I'm just going ahead to spray some wood cleaning spray on my dining table. Just clean it up, make sure everywhere is nice and neat. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cover my dining with some tablecloth. And of course, guys, when you're having guests over, everybody's going to be eating on the table. So if you're not comfortable with white tablecloth, of course you can use any colored tablecloth you want. So as you all can see, I put some table runner, and then I added some flowers. Like, it's Thanksgiving and you can't go wrong with some pumpkins. and also I added some candle, you know, on the table. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some table mats. You know, you need your table mat, and also I love adding some table charger, you know, some plate chargers. It just, you know, it makes the whole thing look really, really elegant. And of course, I'm gonna link all these things in my description box, and if you guys, you know, want to check them out. And then next I'm gonna start, you know, dishing out my plates, you know, just adding up my plates, my cups, everything. You want your dining to be as glamorous, as elegant as possible when your guests arrive. And then of course you need some clothes, you know, for your utensils, or just so that people can protect their clothes. This right here, I even forgot what this is called, but yeah, I just went ahead and folded it up. And then I'm gonna add my utensils, my spoon, my fork, my knife, you know, on the table. Just get everywhere ready. It's Thanksgiving, it's the holiday season. I'm just so excited. I'm just so happy, guys. And yep, you guys, I believe that is all there is to this video, my loves. I hope you all enjoyed, and please don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to, you know, hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to have fun. It's Thanksgiving. We have to be grateful for a beautiful year, even though the year, you know, might not have come out the way you wanted it, but just thank God for life. There is a lot of reasons to be happy, to be thankful. And till my next video, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.